Right, guys, we are back for the semi-final here at the nAvTV Sunday Series March Cup between Bravado and Damage Control. There is a second match taking place at the same time, Energy Sports versus Death Note, and that will be on a HLTV Go TV server, so you can tune in there to watch the match if you're keen. But we'll be casting this one. So just to quickly check on my side, I want to see if my co-caster Recoil is available. Recoil, you there, man?
Yes,
Still
I'm
alive.
around. I am indeed.
So anyway, getting right back into this particular game here between DC and Bravado. Your thoughts first off?
Considering the strong performance that BVD had against Energy earlier on today, I think that BVD is gonna win this. But DC have also been playing quite strong today, so I do still think this is gonna be a BVD game to win. But I think it will be. I think we're gonna go to 3 games. I think it's gonna be 2-1, but in BVD's favor.
Yeah, look, I agree with you there because I mean every single time I've casted the Bravado DC match, it's always been all three maps have been played. So look, I mean it's going to be an interesting one. Looking at Bravado's strong performance, they're obviously boot camping at the same time. So for them, it's kind of nice to be all at the same disc and well, how do I say, like the same tables, etc., being able to like play together and communicate whilst they play.
Yes.
So that's got a lot of an extra kind of beneficial factor to it. Where in the DC side, we've got the guys playing online. I don't know how many of them stay together. I know there are 2 pairs of brothers that do play, which is Hellhound and Style, and then Gambit and Explicit. So just generally though, thinking about it, it is going to be an interesting one. I think this match is going to, it's a very anticipated match. It's an old El Clasico between the two, speaking from a South African's standpoint. And I think, my money's probably going to be on Bravado as well because of that performance we saw against Energy Sports earlier. However, just looking at it though, DC, I don't know 100%. Like the lineup on HLTV explains Nefon being the fifth there, so maybe he's back, maybe he's playing now, maybe he's replaced Warhammy and he's warmed up a bit and he's ready to go. But we'll have to wait and see when they actually connect to the server if Warhammy is still going to be that fifth substitute here for the DC team.
Yeah, if Nifon comes back and he is playing, it would be a good benefit to the team. I mean, he is a strong player. Definitely will be something to think about. Just going on form though, from what we've seen this today, it's just been for me a it's just been for me a BVD show because they went and a team that they generally do pretty well against, or a team that they generally neck and neck with in terms of energy, they just seem to win that game outright.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, there's also the surprise factor of the Death Note team that's also come in. They've also kind of, how do I say, upsetted a few teams, including Flipside Tactics in the group stages. But yeah, look, it's going to be interesting to see if Energy can actually, like, kind of pull things together and get into the final and produce the results that they generally produce. At the moment, I know that they are one short. Goals was not playing in the previous matches. I don't know if he is playing now in this semi-final, but if he is, that means it's a full lineup for Energy Esports, and it's a team that I kind of from the beginning said it would be between them and Flipside, who would be in the finals. Looking at it right now,
Yeah.
a bit of a different situation. We've got Bravado boot camping at the same time, so that could possibly just be, like the winning factor for a team like Bravado.
No, I definitely agree with you. It just comes down to the being in the same room and being able to talk cohesively over after every game and see where they went wrong. And I mean, they've been playing a lot of CS over the last couple of days. I'm not too sure how long they've been boot camping for, but you generally see that boost a team quite hectically because of the pure fact that you're sitting right next to each other and you're there for the communication. It seems to make things a lot better for a team. Yes, we've got things like TeamSpeak and stuff when you play online, but there's something about being in the same room as another player that just gives you that extra push, that extra, we're going to do this and we're going to play well.
Yeah. No, I agree with you completely. Look, whilst we sit here and wait for the teams to actually connect in, which they should be connecting in shortly, I just want to say a quick thank you, well, a quick shout out here to 8Frag Gaming, being a primary sponsor of this event, and then, of course, our personal sponsors, Gigabyte, who has provided us with the opportunity to actually stream. Stream games out to the world and also the South African scene, etc. And then also just a quick thank you to our tournament administrators that have taken part. They've actually streamlined this tournament so well that we've managed to have a 45-hour break in between. I mean that's quite nice. The last Sunday Cups, it was kind of like you sit down and you cast, and when you open your eyes again, it's 11, 12 o'clock at night. So everything's kind of running to schedule here, which is very amazing. Well,
Yes.
impressive to see it at first. But yeah, just a good shout out to them, and then also shout out to the rest of the nAvTV crew that's sitting behind the scenes and assisting where possible. Cool. Looks
Yeah,
like we're loading in now, finally.
finally, yes. Looks like the players are
That's
joining up.
cool. Yeah, look, this game is going to be good. It's a best of three. I think it can go either way. It is more favorable for Bravado to take it because of them being on site at the moment, boot camping together. They in each other's faces. The communication's a bit better. The cohesion portion is also great. So DC though, like if DC's got Nefon playing for them, I think that's going to change things up a little bit here for Bravado. It's not going to be easy for Bravado to walk away with a win. Yeah, I can tell you that now. Guys like EC that just lost to DC, a bit unfortunately. I would have liked to have actually broadcasted the side. We had it spec'd out to have 2 streams to cover this event, but unfortunately, the one streamer couldn't get his stream up and running. There was some internet issues there. Just got a notification from our tournament admin. Nefon will be playing. HLTV confirmed. There we go. So HLTV confirmed. We can go wrong with HLTV confirmed.
No,
But
anything
anyway,
HLTV says is correct.
yeah, no, true. Look, it's going to be fun. Now, since Nefon is actually going to be in the picture here, I think it's going to change things up a little bit here for Bravado. They're going to have to just play a little bit harder than what they generally did. Like, look, they played against the EN team that had 2 subs in it. Well, 1 new sub and a stand-in at the time. So
Yes.
I think, like for Bravado, that's probably been their toughest opponent. They got rid of it there and then. Looking at their quarterfinal match was up against Berserk Gaming. Now, Berserk Gaming's always been there, very steady, kind of medium to bottom level Premiership team. Not a bad team at all. They've got some really good players in that squad. But the unfortunate thing is just, when you're coming up to a how do I say, when you're gonna, from a Bravado's perspective, now playing up against Damage Control, a team now that has got all 5 of their members ready and running, things are going to be a little bit more difficult than that, and that's what Bravado needs to be careful of, because they've got that how do I say, their momentum going forward now at the moment, some good momentum. They haven't lost a single game, but I don't know, I've always seen it that if you play enough games in a tournament, you want to lose one of them, like in the group stages. That's when you want to lose your game. You don't want to lose your game in the knockouts area, because you know what losing's about. You felt it in the tournament. You know where you made your mistakes. You know where to improve. You know how to kind of keep your focus there. And it's always just good just to have that one loss. Some teams are good enough that they can just play it all the way through without losing a single, game. But if you're going to lose a game, like if you want to lose a game, or rather do it in the group stages, just to wake you up or wake the team up, get the right mentality and the right focus in place before you tackle the knockouts. Now this is the case. I don't think this is the case for Bravado, but this is the case for Damage Control. They did lose a game in the group stages. So for them now, they know what losing's about. They've restructured themselves. They've brought in their proper fifth. And I think we're going to see quite a close encounter here. Well, at least I hope we'll see a close encounter here between the two.
I think we will. I do think that the side of DC is strong. Strong enough to give Bravado a good run for their money. But as I said before, Bravado they just seem to have that extra bit of oomph behind them, if I can say it like that. They're giving nobody anything. They just, they're winning everything. They are playing, they've got their form, and they're just doing well, Yeah. So I think that Bravado's, as I said before, 2-1 to Bravado, but we're going to have have a look out as to how nAvTV coming back changes the squad.
Yeah, I mean, he might be that kind of like wow factor for the DC side that they need. I mean, they've been playing phenomenal CS when they played up against Requiem and on Cash, and that was the last game we covered. But and then of course the flip side game they also, which was another game we covered actually. We covered 2 of the games. There was also a very an interesting kind of result. Like, they kind of kept their composure. They knew. They already started to play a lot better than what was predicted. Everyone predicted Flipside would take it because Flipside had a better win ratio compared to Damage Control over Requiem, and that was kind of the deciding factor, and also lose ratio against Death Note. So look, Damage Control is here now, playing up against Bravado Gaming. They must have restructured themselves because they did improve, or they showed a good improvement in that last game against Flipside. This is something that I want to see. How are they going to be able to tackle on the Bravado team? These two teams have always gone head on head, and it's always been one side or the other. So I'm curious to see. Look, from a BMT point of view, big match temperament point of view, Bravado has always had the edge. But I think that might change, like online based, etc. Damage Control, they also seem to have the upper hand from time to time. So right now, I'm going to favor Bravado to take this one, purely for the fact that they're sitting next to each other. But otherwise, if they weren't sitting next to each other, this would be a through and through Damage Control game.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to agree with you there, yeah, because DC are strong, and as you say, they've always been a head-to-head team, or 2 teams going head-to-head against each other.
Yeah.
So something else to think about, though, is the wins that DC have had, the win over Flipside, I think that might have given them a little bit more, because Flipside went and won that game against Requiem. Was it 16-0?
Yeah, it was 16.
That's what we said.
Yeah, it was 16-0 instead of 65.
Yeah. And then DC went back and took that game. So I just think that win, knowing if DC knew that Flipside had come off that win, that's going to give them a huge boost in confidence, in ability, in everything. So I think that's something also. And again, I say it again, nAvTV coming back. It's just these factors are like, I just hope it changes something, and it gives us like 3 16-14 games, or even 3 overtime games,
True. No, I understand. Look, being that said, there's also the fact of, if you look at Bravado, right, you got that one player there that can become such a heavy impact player for this team. Anthem, which is the new addition to the side, but he is taking a while to get onto par where he was in the 1.6 time. Hakim and Lighters, the other 2 new additions to the side. Look, Hakim's actually been there for quite a while, but Hakim is playing his role. He's playing that support role very well. Lighters, also a support player in my opinion. He's not really the kind of high top fragger. That's where now, at the moment, Deviant and Detrony have taken that role. It's good to have 2 guys that's doing that. But if you got that third element or that third guy coming in doing that as well, being able to like not top frag but frag a lot, that causes a lot of concern for a team like Damage Control or Energy or Flipside or whoever it may be. Because three guys are taking the kills, taking the picks when necessary, being able to have those support players on backup if they fall is great. You know, that's a proper kind of, how do I say, a fully rounded off team that's able to kind of dynamically like change strats on the fly, knowing that they can trust on those particular players to do the entry picking. When you got 2 out of those 3 players that starts to drop in entry frags, so there's an inconsistency there. That's the thing that I've noticed with the international scene and with the national scene. It kind of it brings the team down. Like I guess a little bit of team morale gets affected there, but also just generally the scores. I mean, the round scores are not as not as dominating as what it could be, and the problem there then is the team starts to dip into this lull, basically, a confidence lull when one or two of their fraggers aren't fragging at all. And I've seen that before in like really high-profile matches here. Damage Control is a perfect example. Looking at Hellhound, for instance, okay. Hellhound and Gambit has an off day, or Hellhound and Style has an off day. Now those, at this moment, Style, Hellhound and Gambit are the 3 fragsters for, or the entry fraggers or big fraggers for Damage Control. If 2 of them drop down and you've only got 1 that's supporting the team, that's carrying that team, it's not good enough. You need to have minimum at 2. Hellhound at the moment, he has not performed the way that he did last year, like beginning last year, end of the year before. He's slowly but surely getting his picks where necessary, but I tell you now, if Hellhound gets back on track where he did, because that's where I gave him the nickname called the Surgeon with the AK-47, if he gets back on track like he did, the Damage Control team is going to be really one of those unstoppable teams for a lengthy period. But yet the same can be said about the Bravado side. Bravado, at the moment, they've got a very well-rounded side. They've got Detrony and Deviant with the experience there. Detrony still keeping up his entry fragging quite well, and Deviant having to step out and become more of an entry fragger than what he usually does. So that's also changing things up now, because the old Bravado team, you had Scent, you had Black Poison, and you had Detrony. Those were kind of your like big hitters. Scent, to a degree, was not really a big hitter, but he was an AWPer. Okay.
Yeah.
He was fundamentally the kind of the guy that was needed to get those 2 or 3 AWP kills. But the front leaders were Black Poison and were Detrony. Done deal. Now Deviant has kind of stepped up to the plate, and he's done well because he did do it during Bravado's time when that squad was still in existence. He was still able to play the support role and actually, how do I say it, like he was able to frag as well. I mean, his ramp side defending as CT is like crazy. He's A long side. If we see them play on Dust 2, you'll see how he defends A long. 2 picks, 3 picks, 2 picks, 4 picks the whole time, every single time. You know, Deviant is one of the most consistent defenders on the CT side compared to the rest of the Bravado team. But you see what I mean? Like, you got 2 guys now that are stepping up to the plate as fraggers. One of them fails, right? Be it Deviant, be it Detrony at the moment. One of them drops out and is not able to produce the score. Then Bravado sits with a problem. That's where Bravado gets to a level where they actually lose rounds. They lose maps because of that sort of stuff. The same works for DC as well. DC's had to chop and change things up. That's why they've brought Nefon in. Nefon is a fragger in his own right. So they've got Gambit now and Nefon that can really pull it off. Howard, not so great. Explicit, phenomenal support player. Can play the fragging role when he needs to. Style is your AWPer and clutch player. But the thing is, Style is also inconsistent on occasion. But yeah, that's just basically how it goes. I mean, look, I'm taking these 2 teams and I'm kind of dissecting them all one by one, in my opinion, as to where I think they fit in at the moment. But that being said, we are into the knife round now. We're going to see who's going to take it here between Damage Control and Bravado Gaming. Myself as Burning Red, and Recoil as my co-caster. Welcome to nAvTV and the semi-final match here as Bravado takes the first knife round. That's going to be good for them.
Yeah, I mean, now front going away. I'm actually quite excited to see what maps we're going to see. I'd really like to see the Overpass and Cache coming out. We haven't seen an Overpass map played yet today, so I'm quite excited to see that. And then also maybe it does too, because I'm quite excited to see these teams get tested on a map that's pretty par. For example, like Dust 2 isn't really that. It's the most balanced map in the pool at the moment. So I'm pretty excited. Hopefully we get to see a Dust 2 and see these teams actually battle it out, and see who comes out on top.
I will agree with you, and I'll disagree with you. I'll disagree with you on the fact that Dust 2, in my opinion, is not the most balanced map. Yeah, it probably is statistically, but
yeah.
My personal opinion is I think Cache is the most balanced map at the moment. If you look at the score, like the rounds wise, like
Yes.
it's a lot of the cases, two good teams. It's a 7-8, 7-8, 7-8, 7-8 type of, or 6-9. You know, that type of difference in scores. Be it T's, be it CTs. And it gets replicated at the second round as well, so we get a very close kind of 15-15 or 16-14 type of approach. Yet Dust 2 also produces the same. I can agree with you there. I mean, it's difficult to call really at the moment. I mean, right now, I would like to see Overpass. That I can agree with you on. I haven't seen a game of Overpass. Unfortunately, Cobble's been taken out. So it looks like they're going to be picking a map shortly, if I'm not mistaken. If we do see Overpass, that's going to be fun. It's going to be great to see. But Cache being eliminated there, Overpass being eliminated there. So, oh wait, no, okay, they're just busy sorting things out.
Yeah.
Look, as time progresses with CS:GO, on the global scale, or you know, national scale, whatever. Maps are going to start to filter out. I mean, now we're looking at Valve's suggestion with the Train Nuke saga. I mean, that's kind of already an indication that, look, if I can predict it 3 years from now, I assume that we are not going to see the general maps anymore. We're not going to see the Infernos, the Dust 2s. We are going to see a total different new breed of maps, which is good for CSGO, or good for CS.
Yeah.
Because now the teams that actually study these maps and generate or create or develop new types of strats in those new maps are going to be the teams that are going to come out on top. So it's not going to be your general favorites that might take it. Depending though, they might actually put a lot of development into their strat play on these new maps. But anyway, it looks like Nuke and Infi and Mirage are the three left. So those are going to be the three maps. In what order, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
I must say though, I'd also like to see Valve bring in a completely new map. A map that we haven't seen before, a map that hasn't been played before in CS. I just want to see teams get put out of their comfort zone, have them prepare a map that's never been played. It will show you how hard a team prepares for a tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see a new map coming in, and you'll immediately see what teams put a lot of effort into their CS and what teams have just gotten used to the new map pool or the existing map pool and said, okay, well, we know what to do on these maps. We don't need to do practice. Let's just, I know that's not the case, but, that's the mindset some people do get, is we know these maps. What else can we learn on them, if you get what I mean?
Yeah, look, I think Overpass is a map that was never played in CSGO, CS Source in 1.6. I might be wrong, okay, so please correct me if I'm incorrect. But, yeah, look, I agree with you. I think if like Valve is already starting to do that, they're already starting to bring in new kind of breeds of maps or new hybrid type of maps. What will be interesting though is if they're going to shift away from the general bomb planting kind of DE maps, if you know what I mean, Are they going to shift
Yes.
away to start using different types of maps as on a competitive level? I don't think so, because I think bomb planting and defending the bomb plant sites, etc., is probably the best type of map you can get on a competitive level. But hey, who knows? You know, kind of Valve sets the rules. That's the problem. Well, no, it's not really a problem, but they set the rules, and it's their game, so they can turn around and say, look, yeah, we're removing all the DE maps, and this is how the competitions should be running. You never know. However, back to this game. Let's get back to this game right now.
Yes.
Seeing Dust 2 is going to be the map of choice here. Great, fantastic. There we go. We got our wish.
That's exciting.
We've got damage control starting off as the CT side, which is interesting because generally Bravado would pick the sides, if I'm not correct. Bravado generally starts off as the CT side. In this case, not the case. So, here we go. Pistol round on the way here, and let's see how this actually cracks out to be. Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to be a pistol round as of yet. We've got two AFK players, so false alarm. But otherwise, yeah, man. I mean, right now, it's, I don't know, man. This is going to be a very interesting map. Like between these two, the last game I casted, it was DC that took it. The game before that on Dust 2 was Bravado that took it, and then I think it was DC again. Yeah, look, it's Dust 2, Nuke, and Inferno. Both of these teams love those maps to bits, so we're going to have a very close matchup here, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm still waiting for one of the AFK guys here. Detry's AFK, Deviant's still on. I think it's Lighters. Yeah, Lighters and Deviant are still, oh sorry, Detry are still, Detry's come back on. So it looks like they're going to be going live shortly in the next couple of seconds. We are 20 minutes behind schedule, so we might start the final a little bit later than anticipated, unless this becomes a 2-map game, which I really doubt it will be.
And I'm back. Apologies for that.
I see you got some power issues. Well, the thing is, I can't hear you disconnect. That's the thing. So you.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, just having some power issues, but I'm on my way back now.
No, cool, no problem. We're just waiting now to see if all the players are actually up and running. I think it was Planawall that was still AFK. Yeah, no, there we go. He's moving. Latency is fine. You can see Bravado boot camping with a 10 latency there. They're actually playing at the Hive this afternoon, or this evening as well. They're competing, well, boot camping at the Hive at Monte Casino here in Johannesburg.
Oh, well, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I was actually contemplating on going to the Hive and actually casting from there. It would have been quite fun, but next time around for the Sunday Cup, hopefully we can have a chat to the Hive and actually host like a little bit of a casting event there, like a production thing. But at the moment, we're here now, casting in our rooms, or our little production rooms, or whatever you want to call it. You know, just taking the time before these guys actually kick off here, because our Blanimal's back up and running, but it's a funny start at the moment.
Looks like everyone's having a little bit of issues today.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're just yet ready to go. But Nefon now on this DC side. As I was saying, we actually got a small casting studio up here on the Jackal Creek estate. Upstairs on the 3rd floor, they've created a little casting studio in the loft area there for the Dota guys. So when they cast Dota, etc., it's quite fun to go and sit down there or sit up there and watch them and hear them out.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like Detry is actually having the problem. Yeah, looks like he's having an issue there. But nonetheless, look, we've been going now solidly for about 7 hours. We just clocked past the 7-hour mark on this competition, which is cool. And right now we're just waiting for Destiny to join up. And once he's up and running,
yeah, we can get this game going once he's back.
yeah, I'm just curious to see who's actually going to take the Energy Death Note one. I mean, you know, both those teams are pretty hectic. Cobblestone, Mirage, and Inferno has been selected as the last final one. In this case, we got Dust 2, and I think Nuke was eliminated, so it'd be Dust 2, Inferno, then Nuke, if I'm not mistaken.
In this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, no it is. That's to Inferno Nuke. Oh, there goes all the BVD players.
Yeah, they're just busy sorting out their stuff. They are running a little bit late here at the moment. All the BVD players, obviously, just having... Gambit calling out good half there. Oh, sorry. Apparently the Bravado versus Damage Control. First map is Dust 2, then it's Cash, then it's Inferno. So where did Cash come in? Maybe they limited, elimed it out, but the rules didn't indicate correctly. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. That's the Ian game is going to be quite an interesting one as well. I wonder who we're going to see in the finals though. I wonder if it's going to be a good old BVD Ian final.
I think it is going to be a BVD in final, man. Like it's just kind of building up to be something like that. That at the moment being said, like you never know what Death Note could do.
Yeah.
Okay, the Hive is actually having packet lost at the moment there at Monte Casino, so that's why they're just quickly restarting the router there. Bravado is on the way. They were rubber banding, so that's the news from Monte Casino.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, so they should be up and running shortly. Yeah, there they are. They've connected in.
Yep.
Sorry, I was actually looking. But here we go, live it is, Damage Control in the CT position, Bravado Gaming as the T side, and I think we are going to be in for a crack of a match here between these two South African sides. Let's see, Dust 2, first map underway, and right now all of them look like they're ready and going. Some spam play down the mid side here. Two DC guys kind of stacking on their mid position. Ooh, Gambit taking one in the face, and you can see Blanimal coming around the corner, picks off one. It's explicit out of the picture with the fact that, oh, nice little nay there from Nefon. Kind of equalizing it out here at the moment. And right now, DC under a bit of pressure in my opinion, because they don't have the numbers. But this pistol round is also important for either side to kick off their, well, to start their Dust 2 campaign and hopefully walk away here with a first map win. Slow play at the moment. Gambit on 9 gets taken down there by the Tech 9, and here we go. Bravado in an advantageous position. They are focusing A side. Nefon is man alone there. Detrony here with the Tech 9 as well, trying to breach through. Some Glock play from Hackham gets rid of Nefon out of the picture. Detrony still waiting for the rotation. He calls one, kind of keeping them. He's like lurking a bit here at the moment. Very, very, very effective with the Tech 9. The USP might get the better of him, specifically in the hands of Style and Hellhound. And now the two brothers are trying to make it work. P2000 actually in the hands of Hellhound. They're going to be motoring towards that A bomb side. Nice little play here from Anthem. A little jumpy. Gets the kickoff, well, the kill there necessary. Detrony also picking up another one, and that's 1-0 here to the Bravado side. So good start for Team Bravado. Damage Control forced to eco.
Yeah, very good start here from BVD. And I mean, just looking at it now, we do see the one AK being bought, a couple of SMGs, P90 and a Scout. So I think they might be looking at a little bit of an aggression here from BVD. No, just that normal 3 mid, one in B tunnels and one lurking on, well, one around that A side. So a long area. So just a normal setup here. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, look, I mean, at the moment, Bravado knows that damage control is not going to kind of buy that anti-SMG pistol buy. They're not really going to buy much. You see a couple of P250s, but no armor. So that's why they've opted for the kind of SMG rifle buy. P90 in the hands of Hackam, he always plays with it. And Bravado right now just taking their time. They've given Detrony the entry frag AK-47. And he's just kind of lurking around, waiting for a head to pop up. He's probably going to get one. Hackam picks up one there with a P90. Literally at the moment, quite sound for him here. Nothing really much happening. Does challenge the guy in the ditch side area. Will come around to CT side. He's got the distance here with the AK-47. And a good round here at the moment for Bravado. They've taken down 2. Damage control just lurking around. They can't really do much because of no guns.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just waiting for exits and not really trying to push in to defuse that bomb.
It's most likely the case. They are trying to wait out for exits. You can see that there's not much they can do because they don't have enough in the bag here. We see Hellhound. Let's have a look here. The explicit. He might pick up 1 or 2. Not really the case as Bravado plays it safe. Into the ditch they go. So still an eco round here for damage control. You'll see maybe 1 or 2, 3, 4 P250s being picked up, or P2000s, P250s by the looks of it. 1 or 2 P2000s in between, and then an ES5-7 in the hands of Explicit. And that gun can make a lot of cause quite a lot of damage as well. And right now Bravado are 2-0 up here in the first map between themselves and damage control. Damage control looking kind of as expected between these two teams. Generally the T side doing quite well, as you can see. Nice little play from Style, taking down Detrony, the entry fragger there, and Blanimal now picking up the AK-47. He's just going to make things work a little bit there from that end. Still on the top side there. Deviant doing well with the UMP-45, picking up 2. Blanimal now with another one. And this should be the 3rd round going for the Bravado team. Now the buy round is going to come into effect on round 4. And an also important one it is going to be for the CT side. They want to kickstart their numbers at least to get to that 5-6 round mark at about halfway during the first half. I mean, if they're able to do that, they're in a comfortable position.
They are definitely, but I mean, just the side of DC, they're not getting the kills. I mean, Nefan and Style have 1 each, and we were talking about the fraggers just before the game started. They're just not doing their job for me. I know that they haven't had a bye yet, which will be coming in now, which will be quite interesting to see as to how Bravado faces off against a fully bought DC team. It's really, if DC needs to win this round, if they want to break the economy of Bravado and start building an economy of their own.
Yeah, no, it is the case. At the moment, I'm just, kind of finding it difficult to see if Bravado will be able to produce some sort of result against the damage control team. And right now, just having a look at the setup here, we see they got predominantly a lot of players in the mid side. This is such an important area to take control of from a T side and CT side perspective. It just eliminates that factor of being able to kind of switch rotate. Well, not switch rotate, like kind of switch your strat play from A to B quite rapidly if you take control of that area. A Style quite defensively sitting in the B side here. They're almost like giving it to Bravado here at the moment. With the right smoke off on the B side, all. Well, there we go. Detrony with the AWP, the Asimov knocking Explicit right up against the wall. And that pick, does it force a bit of a rotation? We do see the rotation here from Style slightly. He's still got his mid-side covered. He hasn't over-rotated yet, which is a good sign. But I think it is time now, as we can see that the Bravado guys are readying themselves up on that top side area. He does not have the information, and Deviant capitalizes off the shot on Gambit. nAvTV also going down now. It's all up to Style here with the M4. He tries his best, but he takes down one as Anthem gets hold of him there, and it is only Hellhound left to try and win this buy round here for the DC side.
Yeah, I think he just needs to just hang back, save. He's still got 2 flashes, and yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. 2 flashes, full armor. He's got a kit on him as well. Good shot there onto Deviant. But the thing is here, DC need to start taking rounds. They need to start getting Bravado, putting Bravado on the back foot, making sure that they don't steamroll into a victory. Unlucky there, Hellhound getting taken down by Hackham. But once Bravado get onto in a rut and in a roll, on a roll rather, they're just going to carry on winning rounds and just pretty much steamroll DC out of this game.
Yeah, well, it could be the case here, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, damage control now on the eco round here. We see a lot of P250s coming up, and ES57 again in the hands of Gambit. He plays it quite aggressively. Explicit also picking up one here. Look at that double kill there with the ES57. Such a dangerous gun to use. Gambit coming up from the mid side. He's got the AK-47. Knocks down Dechany. And look at this eco upset kind of unfolding here. Nice little response though from Deviant, at least trying to equalize things out here. 2 rifles against 2 pistols. So now, once again, we are looking at a situation that Bravado can get out of this. It's quite a sticky one for them at the moment, but nonetheless, I think they are capable of doing so. And just quickly having a look at the rotation here, we see nAvTV and Explicit joining up on A side, leaving Hellhound at B. Now, Hellhound just taking his time. He's in a very good position here, actually, being able to check both ends quite comfortably. Oh, nice little shot there from Hackham. And that opens up the A side so easily now for Bravado. They should just waltz in, go for the bomb plant, and that's it. But well, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, at the moment, Hellhound hasn't picked up a single rifle yet. They know Hellhound will be coming from the topside area. They've got the very good feeling that he will be. And he's already out on the topside area. Oof, a little too quick for Deviant there, but he will knock him down. And that's 5 rounds. That's a good snowball there for Bravado right in the beginning.
Yeah, getting 5 quick rounds now. The round loss bonus you see is coming into play, so it does allow... it will start allowing DC to start buying up a couple more rounds. If they don't, you know, obviously if they win this one, then it gets reset. But it is going to allow for those. Ooh, and Blanimal trying to go in for the entry kill, but gets taken down by Explicit. But yeah, so they just need to get these kills, make sure that Bravado keeps spending money, and keep themselves in the running on this game.
Yeah. No, definitely. Well, I mean, right now, an interesting factor here is the 2 AWPs. One in the hands of Gambit and then in Dechany. Gambit played very, very well with the AWP earlier against Flipside and knocked them out of the tournament. We see Dechany though, wham, spot on, takes down nAvTV, and there's the trade-off. Gambit as well, picking up one. So right now, looking good for DC here, being able to defend it off, slowing down the game slightly. And I think that's exactly what the damage control team wants. They just want to slow down the game a little bit more in their favor. But just not quick enough there on the trigger is Explicit as Deviant takes him down. Like I said, and look at that response from damage control there. Style and Gambit picking up one each once more.
Yeah, very good play there. That aggressive AWP turning out to be the better AWP here by short A. So very good work there by Gambit with his AWP, showing us that he's carried on the form from the last games.
Yeah, no, definitely. Look, I mean, these guys have been playing CS since 10 o'clock this morning, so they're well warmed up. They definitely know what they're doing. A good hour break in between, I think, well, not every match, but just in this case, I think has definitely kind of settled the nerves, maybe. And right now, both teams have bought up here. Bravado still in the buying phase, as you can see with the AK-47s and a full stack of nades and armor. And right now, damage control picking up their first round. So now the question comes into play. Are they going to be able to capitalize on this damage control? Are they going to be able to bring their rounds up to about 5 or 6 at the half? And that should help them out to at least do what they need to do. 2 AWPs now being played out here from damage control as well. Just to keep a note of that now. style with the other one. He hasn't really kind of featured much of the AWP at all. Compared to his other games. So Gambit has taken it on, and Gambit has just been he's been actually the deviant of damage control, the consistent player. That's what I've picked up from Gambit lately.
Definitely, especially in the last couple of games that we've just been watching and casting today. Gambit for me has really been that entry fragger, not the entry fragger, but that stable fragger that DC actually needs.
Yeah, good little 2 shots here from Style, taking out 2 of the Bravado guys, putting Bravado on the back foot here, and now they need to quickly kind of formulate a different plan of action here to try and maybe see if they can breach at top side if they get the frag. But right now it's only 3 AK-47s up against 2 AWPs and a stack of rifles. One from us in the hands of nAvTV, and he's lethal with that gun, funny enough. And at the moment you can see Anthem, Hack'em and Deviant just not too sure what they're going to be doing. They're trying to see if they can catch a rotator, which might actually work. But time is of the essence, and as you can see, damage control picking up another round there. A very vital round. I mean, their goal is only to get about 5 or 6 rounds. Bravado's goal is to get to that double-digit score. And at the moment, things are looking good for both sides, really.
Yeah, it is looking pretty good. I mean, damage control just stringing together 1 or 2 rounds more here will do all the good for them. I mean, if they win this one, it will force BVD to save, and that'll give them another round. So let's hope that DC take this one, and then we'll see them possibly on a 4-5 situation after the save. Oh, good nade kill there.
Yeah, well, looking at it now, trade-offs from both sides here. Both teams are buying up once again here on round 8. Good nade there right in the beginning from... Who was it that got the nade kill? It was Detrine that got the nade kill. But at the moment, DC just locking down a little bit better. Nice little all play there from Gambit. Knocking down Deviant that was coming in from the flank side. And there, finally, Hack'em picks up the exchange. They're trying to challenge the AWPer. And at the moment, the AWPer just not getting the shot in. There we go. Now he gets it. He's got another one to contend with and does the work necessary. Trip kill there for Gambit. And DC, well, yeah, I mean, what they're doing is they are slowing down this game a little bit here for Bravado. Bravado at the moment, ooh, it's getting pretty close. I mean, once DC get to 4 rounds, it's going to be a problem for Bravado.
Yes, it is. And looks to be like DC are actually pulling together and stringing together a good couple of rounds here, so let's hope that they carry on. I mean, it's all in their favor to be taking these rounds round after round like this. So if they carry on what they're doing at the moment, slowing down the T side so that they can't push, they'll be in for a good game here.
Yeah. Well, here's the mid side that I'm talking about that control is so critical on. We see Detrine with the kill here. Look at Anthem. Anthem is in the right spot here with the Tech 9. We'll take down one. And now the pressure is applied on the B side. Look at Bravado now. The eco upset is real. Detrine needs to be quick. Oh, he is. He's super quick with the AWP. He's going to try and go for another one, but nAvTV is going to get the better of him. There is still 2 Bravado members left. A lot of spray play here. nAvTV taking damage through that fire. And at the moment, he's the only man left able to clutch, but he's going to have to clutch really well in order for him to win the round here for his team. And Bravado just in the control of this game at the moment, because it's pretty even Stevens looking at the scoreline. A nice play here from them. As they knock down nAvTV on the end there. 6-3, still not out of the clear. Still got some work to do.
It is still early in this game, so a lot of work still to be done by both these teams. So we do see 2 buys coming out from both teams. The double AWP is still there. That AWP from Style getting that pick.
It was a very good pick there from Style. Good start here for the DC guys, managing to get rid of one of the T-side players, at least putting them in the advantageous position right now. And just looking at the setup here, very well spread setup, 3 in A, 2 towards B. And we do see Explicit now moving in towards that top side, if I'm not mistaken. He likes to play, no, sorry, he's coming from CT side. He's assisting Style on the bottom. Bravado now having to rethink their strat plans. Gambit now playing with the AWP on long. That's going to be a bit of a problem for them. As soon as they peek out, you can see the peek is going to happen. Yeah, he's gonna bang one. Oh no, but a good flash, keeping them off guard. But he does get the shot in. He's going to go for the other one. Oh, misses it. He's going to try and turn it. Or does he not? No trade-off here at the moment. But look at that clever play from Hakim as he gets rid of the AWP and opens up the long side here. So now Bravado have got options here. They've got 3 players only. But, flash working out there.
Nifan.
Nice little pick there from Hakim again on Nefan as well. Well, look at Hakim now. Now he's just spamming through, applying pressure onto the DC guys. And Detrony have picking up that AWP has also caused issues. But Style there responding back with the trade-off. At the moment, things are looking pretty tough right now for either side. It's not an easy game right now. Anthem with a pick off there, and Detrony also assisting 7-3. So Anthem, you know, looking at the score sheet right now, he's sitting in second position, but Detrony right now, that fragger that Bravado needs, he's actually kind of doing the work right now. I don't know, I mean, looking at Hellhound here, 1 for 5. Not entirely the position I believe he would like to be in.
No, Hellhound really just needs to step up a bit and start fragging for his team. Otherwise, this is gonna... Oh, that wallbang. It's just like we were saying before. Wow.
Double wallbang right there. Very good play here from Bravado. Anthem though picking up the secondary kill after Lights is going down. So at the moment it's a 4-on-2. Eco round here for damage control. And Detrony the one that featured there with some wallbang plays. A little bit of topside play here. Oh, look at this. Detrony with that Tech 9. He's going to try and destroy the last player. He's going to bring out the AWP. And bang! There we go. 8 rounds for Bravado Gaming. And, well, now they're in control, I can officially say.
They are being 5 rounds ahead and having a really good bank on Detrony at the moment. The other guys not doing so great, but definitely better than the side of DC. I mean, they're going up for a little bit of a force here just to try and get back into this game.
Detrony quite quick there with the AWP, but just not quick enough to catch the player. And right now, just quickly looking at the overview, looks like Bravado is going to focus on the A side here slowly but surely. The bomb kind of indicating that it's going to be going towards A. There might be a bit of a change of strats here where they'll move into the lower side area into B. But at the moment, it's hard to tell. There we go. Mid side now, the bomb is going to be coming towards the top side area. There are 2 CT players with guns. Nice little play from Blandimal here. He goes down to Nefan. Detrony still around. Gets the pick off there with the AWP. And now Style having to move into Goose. He needs to maybe just be a little less... well, at the moment he's doing quite a good job. Anthem though still sticking around. Gambit will come around the corner for support. Does he get the frag? He does, but Hakim gets the best of him. And nice little play here from Style. He's managed to open up opportunity here now. It's a one-on-one here. Hellhound just kind of sneaking by. He might be able to catch. And he does. He catches Hakim right there. Bomb plant though, not exactly ideal for damage control, but the win of a round is a win of a round. That's basically how it is.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, it's not the, as you said, it's not the win that they really might have wanted because of the fact that they lost so many players and their bank isn't really that great at the moment. So looking at it now, DC just haven't. They're gonna force it up here with a couple of FAMASs and that one M4. Not that many nades though, and Bravado's still sitting pretty. I mean, if they lose this round, 4 out of the 5 players are going to have a little bit of a struggle, but other than that...
A nice little spray down there from Anthem. They're perfectly controlling the AK-47 to give him those 2 kills with the assistance of his teammates there. Detrony also picking up 1, same with Deviant. And right now, damage control in a bit of trouble. Look, 4 rounds is minimum for CT side. They can work with it, but 5 is better. And looking at it right now, full stack of AKs, not a single person lost. And Style has retreated right back into the B side because he knows he's not going to be able to clutch play that. Oh, he's under pressure as well. Deviant is going to hunt him down. Here we go. And pops him. So that's 4-9 right now. Bravado Gaming extending their lead here by 5 rounds.
Getting a little bit too far ahead, in my opinion, at this point in the game. We've got 2 rounds left of this half, and I don't think DC are going to take this one, being that they are on a save. Although we have seen before where with the eco upsets. But if this all goes according to Bravado's plan, this should be either a 10-5 or an 11-4 game.
Yeah, well, we see Style though picking up one there against Detrony, but there's no response really from DC otherwise. Look at this, a little bit of P250 play from Nefon. He doesn't get the heads. Spam play there from Anthem as well, and Bravado now moving into the side, going to go for the plant. They know DC is coming from behind. Hakim just spamming through and gets the smoke shot. Style goes down. And that's exactly what Bravado needed. They just wanted to make sure, or ensure, that they get the bomb down and get this round in their name. Now DC at the moment, we've got Nefon left. He's picked up the AK-47. They're going to try and go for 5 rounds here. Now in my opinion, 5 rounds is not bad. It's not the worst and it's not the best either. But really in this sort of case, I think it's something to consider, where now damage control picks up 5 rounds. It's defendable basically, or attackable in this case.
Yeah. No, it is. And damage control, what we've seen from them over the last couple of games is that their T half is not bad. They do have, I wouldn't say a very strong T half, but they don't have a weak T half either. So if they can make the plays happen, set up their sights and get in there, and Detrony and Blanimal getting the 2 entries that they need onto this A site. We're going to see maybe a little bit of a push. No, Gambit's just falling back there, and Style gets taken out.
Yeah, well, looking at it right now, Bravado just on top form with regards to the aiming. And the thing is, damage control really need this last round, which is not going to happen as Bravado picks up 11-4. And this was the case. I think this is also the fundamental difference that you have to think about. Bravado are playing next to each other. They're all playing at a boot camp against the DC players who are not. I mean, those guys aren't boot camping all in the same place. You can see by the latencies there. And that could cause just a little bit of frustration, I guess, for the DC guys, because that in-house communication is not there between the between the players. But now we're going to be going into round 16. Now DC taking up the T position, and well, the T side team, and Bravado now as CTs. A defendable score of 11 right now. They need to try and see if they can bring that up within 5 rounds to take the first map. Let's see if damage control can return.
Yeah, this is a crucial pistol round for damage control. They really need this round to be able to stay in this game effectively as they would want to be.
Oof. I don't know if you saw that shot there from Blanimal, just a one-hit wonder with the heady. And Detrony also supporting him very well there. So that's it. 2-port kill there. Nicely played there from Detrony, picking up the double kill. The same with Blanimal. And that's all they need to do. Just 2 players need to pick up 2 kills each. And that makes it so easy for the Bravado side to walk away as Deviant gets the last one. They're 12-4. And damage control are now in trouble.
DC are in a bit of a spot of bother here. I mean, they have really no economy to work with except for maybe a P250 bar. This is going to put them potentially at a 14-4 game before they even get to purchase decent rifles. And that's not something that you want to be doing when you are this far behind in a game.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's for sure a huge problem for the DC guys. We see Detrony picking up one there. The other one picked up there by Anthem. He picks, well, Deviant also adding to his tally with the UMP 45. And right now, It's a bit of kind of like a stuck state here for damage control. They need to try and get a frag there. There we go. Hellhound with the P250. And we see Bravado now quite in a comfortable position here with 4 on 1. Hellhound, the last member left. He's going to try and challenge the UMP45. Some spray there from Blanimal paying off. And 13 to 4, 3 rounds away from taking the first map here, Bravado Gaming.
This is really a strong showing from Bravado Gaming, though. Just showing how strong a team that they can be. Really good to see.
No, it is good to see. I mean, these guys have been on and off the whole time. They lost a couple of games quite earlier on in the season against the likes of EC, and I think Flipside beat them. I think everyone beat them. Well, the top teams beat them quite comfortably. But it looks like they've kind of, restructured, and this boot camp seems to be paying off at the moment. Score now 13 to 4 here for Bravado Gaming, and for some odd reason, I think, damage control now with the surprise buy. They want to try and see if they can take out Bravado. I don't know if it's going to happen. Oh, Bravado still locking down there. Nice, good play here from Nefon, picking up the double kill, exchanging. There we go, Style with one more. And all of a sudden swinging this game in their favor. Now Deviant needs to be very quick. He needs to be able to go for the shot on Nefon here. And decides to back off. So we know Style is in the A-bomb site, but an interesting position right now. That nay would have hurt Style quite a lot there. It does seem to me. There we go. Hackham getting hold of one of them. But he needs to be careful now. Going around this corner. He gets the frag. The bomb is going to be planted down on the B side here. Now it's up to Hellhound with his Galil. Can he get the first one? Ooh, he's under pressure though. Deviant knows what's going on. Gets the pick. And that is what Bravado needed. Forcing damage control perhaps into a... I don't know. Not really. They can... they still can buy basically, but not... not a lot with all the riches they have. They can only buy up a couple of AKs and Galils. And the score now 14 for 4.
Yeah, this really is turning into Bravado's game. Just something interesting to note, like in this half especially, DC haven't been able to buy up properly one round yet. So it's hurting them. I mean, we see it in the scoreline. They haven't won a round yet on this T side. And it is really two decent kills there from Nefan and Explicit. So maybe this is the round for them to win.
Well, look, I mean, it is a case of that's a little bit of unnecessary stuff. But Detrony making the work here, taking down 2 of them. Like you said, this seems to be the round that DC is going to take from Bravado here. And you are right, they haven't been able to buy up properly, but they've made it count where it's been necessary. Basically, that's the whole thing here. And at the moment, we're just having a quick look at and Hackham now. He's going to try and see if he can kind of figure something out here. Maybe just get 1 or 2 little shots in, just to make it easier here for the Bravado guys going into the next round. We know that Styles picked up one of the AWPs in the hands of Detrony.
This round is actually Bravado, if I've calculated correctly. Let's just see. Yeah, they're on a save this round. So DC maybe having a chance to string a couple of rounds together here.
Well, they're going to have to, because it is 14-5 at the moment, and they're going to have to string at least 11 rounds in a row if they want to take this map here from Bravado. And the way that things are going at the moment, Bravado just seemed quite a bit stronger than anticipated. Obviously for the DC guys, DC just struggling a little bit here. I don't think Nefon has been the wow factor at that for the DC guys. We were hoping for him to be, but maybe it's just a case of Bravado just seeming to be a bit stronger. That's how it goes. Eco round here for now for Bravado Gaming. Let's see if they can pull this one back. Bit of an eco upset. We see DC coming into the topside area now. This is going to be good for them. Automatically Anthem backing off. He knows they are coming. Good little shot there. Hackham going down. Detrony, the only one with an AK in hand. And a lot of hard pushing there from DC. Still not losing a single guy, but Destiny will be coming up from, well, Blanimal coming up from the top side area, and Nefon they're taking control of that long side, and Destiny falling there 14-6 here. Bravado Gaming 2 rounds away from taking it, and we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, another save coming out here from another eco round coming out here from Bravado Gaming. So this is going to be, after this round, it's going to be the true test and see actually how, if, well not how, but if DC can take this game, or take a couple of more rounds to take the game.
Look at Deviant here going in aggressively, trying to take some guns here from the DC guys. Jetfree is the last one left here. It should be an easy win for damage control. Gambit should take him down, which he does, and it is 14-7 here, so a good couple of rounds here for damage control. Bravado should buy up now, and now they're going to bring the game back to damage control. This is the thing.
They have to bring back 7 rounds just to tie it up, and then another 2 after that to win the game. And they only have 2 mistakes that they can actually make. So it's a little bit of, it's actually not a little bit, it's a lot of pressure here on the side of DC to actually win this game, so that they're sitting comfortably for the second game of the best of 3. So that they don't have to stress too much, but still have to worry about winning the game, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I agree. Look, it is all about the... Look, this is where the psychological element comes into play now at the moment. BMT, big match temperament, basically. Can damage control just keep themselves on the right path on taking rounds here from Bravado and not allow them a single round? Bravado at the moment, they need to return. Destiny just sneakily coming in from that bottom side area. He knows they're on the top side, so he's going to prepare himself. Look at that. He does go down, but he does take down one of them. And look at that Anthem as well. Support play on the top side. He's going to try get to the right position. He gets himself a double kill. And right now, good play here from the Bravado guys. Hellhound though responding there with a kill. Deviant now coming in from the long side. Some spam play here. They know that DC are trying their best to get that bomb down, which they do. It's a 3-on-2, and it can be Hellhound here that takes 2 or 3 kills. Puts DC right into the winning spot. He does work here with the AK-47, and then goes down to the likes of Deviant. Now it's Deviant and Nefon at the moment. Clever play from Nefon here, and gets hold of Deviant there. Such a round here for damage control. Puts them in a possible, well, 6 rounds at the moment away from taking it.
Yeah, and now we see Bravado having to save again. So this is good play here from damage control, just edging their way towards the victory of this game. So they know what they need to do, and they're executing, and they're doing it right. It's just unfortunate that it's happening so late in the game.
Yep. And we're seeing now quite easy cleanup here for damage control. No real response from Bravado at the moment. As you see Nefon taking down Destiny there. There we go. Hack'em getting 1, but still just not enough here. 14-9 right now. 5-round difference here between the two. Does DC bring it back all the way to 14 apiece? And if they do so, that's a problem, because now they are at the kind of higher scoring team side compared to Bravado Gaming. So just looking at the setup now, Bravado buying up, Destiny picking up the AWP, gets the shot off on Nefon. Yo, so
Sneaky
quick.
little boost there.
Exactly, that little boost costing then quite a bit there. And as you can see right now, Destiny pick up a double kill here. That's the 2K going his way. And it is a 3-on-5 right now. A little bit of a problem here now for damage control. As you can see, they've still got the AWP in play, but Hack'em now is going to keep the long side busy, or sorry, the B side busy with some phenomenal aiming. And Bravado now just responding, saying, "Look, enough's enough. We want this next round." Hack'em again. Look at this, just such a sneaky spot to be in. Picks off the bomber. And the bomb is B side, and you can see Blandable automatically there to support, knowing that that bomb is the more important portion. Spray through there. Let's see what will happen. It should be Anthem, and that's it. 19 to 5. Sorry, 15 to 9. And Bravado Gaming set, game set and match here for them.
Yeah, this is, if they go and take this one, then we'll see them go to the next map. It's just going to be such a morale boost for the side of Bravado, knowing that they haven't dropped a game yet in this tournament. Going up against a team like DC, it's a huge advantage to have. I mean, they know that they are in ahead, and they haven't playing so well today that they haven't dropped a game. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays a role in the amounts, in how well they play this tournament, the rest of this tournament.
Jeez, fantastic little sneak frag there from Detron. He just, even after being flashed. And here we go, Deviant now very accurate with the M4A4. Bravado are set to make things count here for them. Oh, Anthem's just not getting the ult shot in. He should get it though. And that's it. First map going to Bravado Gaming. A good one at that. Yeah, I mean, just a quick one. A quick thank you here to AFrag being able to provide us with the service and additional sponsorship of the nAvTV Sunday Cup Series March Cup. Also then our personal sponsors, Gigabyte, for making it possible for us to stream. And guys, thank you very much for staying on and watching this great semi-final here between these two. Please follow and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it if you guys do subscribe, because we take the additional income and we provide additional streaming functionality for the other casters out there in the nAvTV team. It makes it possible for us to provide more streams internationally and nationally, and also help out our fellow casters here at nAvTV as well. Recoil, fantastic so far. It's been a good game. Cash now, the second map. I think this is going to be fun. I think my money is going to be on Bravado for this one as well, to be honest. I think it might end up being a 2-0 here, just because of the way that they've been playing right now. It's been really, really interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to change my prediction from the beginning and say that it's a 2-0 as well. BVD just showing so much dominance over DC. It's just been really entertaining to watch how well they have been playing. Towards the end of that map, though, they did give a few more rounds than what they should have. Away to DC, but still coming out on top there. And I think we're going to see the same thing here on Cash. I think we're going to see Bravado being the dominant team again, and DC just not being able to get those rounds together to win the game.
No, cool. The final score there was 16-9.
16-9.
Yeah, it was right. Anyway, guys, we'll be back shortly in the next few seconds. I'm just going to grab something quickly to drink, and we'll see you now.